For us as Pikes Peak Hospice and Palliative Care, it is such an honor to be able to be there for veterans, to thank them for their service, to walk alongside them, to help them and provide help for them if that's what they need. It is an honor to do that. My name is Olivia Huffman, and I'm the Veteran Liaison for Pikes Peak Hospice and Palliative Care. In my role, I get to serve veterans within the community. I perform pinning ceremonies. I also host veteran events. I do education on veterans and different things that veterans deal with. I help the veterans honor services, whether it's connecting them to mental health resources or helping make sure they are connected to veteran service officers in our community to receive veteran benefits. But there's a wide array of things that, as the veteran service officer, I am able to help them and be a liaison between them and making sure they have what they need. One of my favorite things about my position is being able to perform the ceremonies before they pass, and it's an honor to be able to thank them for their service while they are on our hospice services and pin them and read a certificate of appreciation and just show them honor and gratitude at the end of life. It's important to have a veteran liaison because it is extremely helpful to have someone in that role who understands where these people are at, who has served. I served for 7 years in the Army, and I truly understand many of the difficulties that we go through, and it's incredible to see how no matter what age they are, no matter what age I am, I have so many commonalities with these veterans who have served, and we share many of the same stories. We've experienced a lot of the same types of training. The majority of veterans on our services and that we care for are Vietnam veterans. That's a pretty large majority, but unfortunately, we see veterans in their 40s, we see veterans in their 50s, and I think it's definitely important to have someone who can be there with them and relate to them. And there's been times when I've been with a veteran and the family member has said to me, wow, I've never heard that before. They've never shared that before. This is the first time I've ever heard them share this story or share this experience. A service member is much more likely to talk to another veteran than a not a veteran. As veterans, we feel much more comfortable sharing with other veterans. We feel much more comfortable asking for what we need to another veteran than someone who's not a veteran. I truly believe that veterans deserve the absolute best with everything that they go through, with everything that they sacrifice. They deserve the best. And in my role, I feel like I'm able to help them get that. Pikes Peak Hospice and Palliative Care has served thousands of veterans since 1980.